Does God really exist? Dr. Milton once studied physics in university and earned 2 doctorates in philosophy. He doesn't advocate superstition in existence of gods. He will provide scientific evidence in areas of physics, biology, archaeology, and DNA researches to show whether a cell, plants, insects, animals, human beings, and the universe are happened by chance or created by a creator in order to let readers considering about the question of the existence of God. People may have questioning about the existence of God. When they're facing the sky in darkness, they may ask, is that God who created the universe? When people are in danger, they may ask, is there God to save my life? While people are facing death, they may ask, am I gonna face God after death? People may ask, what does God mean? I don't even know God. How can I believe God? People might say, I can't see him or touch him. How can I trust him? People might also say, believe it or not. So, Author 1 clarified God to be the creator of the universe, as mentioned in the Bible, and God loves mankind and loves to contact with them. Author 1 has responded to the second question that, according to Bible, Romans chapter 2, verses 19 to 20, people can't see God, but having seen God's creations, the universe, they should know the existence of God. Author 1 also mentions that God had been appearing in front of people for many years as written in the Bible. If you want to learn it more, you may study Bible Gospel of John. Let's see what evidence Author 1 has provided for us for consideration of the existence of God. Is this world a creation of God? Two factions formed according to this question. They are the ones suggesting that the world happened by chance, the other insisting that the world is created by God. So, let's define happen by chance first. Happen by chance means something happens unexpectedly, without being planned. It is a random occurrence, and it may or may not happen again. What is the possibilities of this world happen by chance? We need to do some calculation. We want to start from something small first. We take a cell to be the first step. What is the possibility of a cell happen by chance? If it is found out that even a cell cannot be happen by chance, then there is no further need to continue the calculation. It is found that a cell is comprised of hundreds of protein molecules. Proteins are building blocks of life, so we have chosen a protein molecule as a first step, and we want to know the possibility of a protein molecule happen by chance. Protein molecule is a slingshot-shaped substance. It is long because it is linked up with about 100 amino acid molecules. Those amino acids are restricted to be 20 categories out of about 500 categories of amino acids on Earth. Those 20 different amino acids have their specific place in a queue, lying up to almost 100 amino acids. More seriously, amino acids are classified into left-hand isomers and right-hand isomers. Only left-hand isomers can join the formation, so it is under very harsh conditions for a protein molecule to be formed. Scientists had calculated the possibility for a protein molecule to be happen by chance. Take multiply 4.9 by 10 to the power of 274 years long. Scientists have learned that the age of the universe is multiply 1.37 by 10 to the power of 10 years long. So, the age of the universe is large enough for a protein to happen by chance. And the fact is, there are thousands kinds of proteins on Earth. So, it is impossible for a protein molecule to happen by chance, as well as a cell. Author 1 goes on to discuss whether plants are happen by chance. He takes Venus flytrap as a sample. Venus flytrap functions very well. Each part exactly match. Sweet generate in between two leaves to attract insects. The leaves would fold up while being touched by insect twice to trap it in half a second. The leaves won't fold up according to waning. Two leaves fold up under the effect of electric current in half a second. It is a complicated structure, and each part needs to join together as once so as to trap an insect. It is just like a mouse trap. It couldn't catch a mouse until all the parts are in place. If Venus' flytrap was built up part by part in a long period of time as suggested in the theory of evolution, it cannot function until all the parts are combined. It is so-called irreducible complexity that scientist Michael J. Behe advocates. It means that the plant should have been undergone a process of design. It shouldn't be happened by chance. Next, Author 1 continued on insects and animals. Are they happen by chance? He takes spiders as an example of insects. Spiders can produce silk to make web for capturing prey. Does web making an inborn skill or being learned through experience, so-called lateral selection? If web making skills is a result of learning, would there be some spiders of the same species haven't learned it successfully? Do the webs made from spiders of the same species look the same? If it is learned through experience, there should be difference in patterns or outlook for the web made by another spider, even of the same species. Author 1 takes chameleons as an example of animals. Chameleons have rapidly extrusible tongue, which is doubling the length of their bodies. Moreover, they have ability to change color. Are these inborn skills or being learned through experience, so-called lateral selection? Can the super length and rapid speed of extrusible tongue a result of natural selection? Does pigments under the skin of chameleons obtainable through a long learning process, so-called lateral selection? If so, can other animals obtain them? Why limited to chameleons? If not, who offer chameleons this inborn ability? Author 1 queries that those abilities are inborn design in order to give them ability to survive. Do human beings happen by chance, or are we a product of design? Author 1 takes human eyeball as the first step to explore this area. He said that there are over 1 million of optic nerves behind each human eyeball that's connecting an eye and a brain. The optic nerves must be connected to the right places of the brain, otherwise you can see nothing. The question is, can the connection of optic nerves be a process of natural selection? Or can the connection be completed step by step? The answer is yes. If you could bear a long period of time without vision before the optic nerves are correctly connected to the brain. Have you ever built a desktop computer? Do you have an experience of failing to start a computer owing to wrong connection of cable? What is the possibility of someone who knows nothing about computer but connecting the cables and make it right at once by chance? What about over 1 million cables? We got to know the possibility of all those optic nerves to be connected correctly at once by chance. It won't be possible. To conclude, human beings won't happen by chance, because even an eyeball won't happen by chance. It is a very well-designed organ. If you won't be satisfied by this, there is another finding that may make you feel salt. After DNA of modern man had been completely decoded, scientists compared the DNA of modern man with the DNA of primitive man. It is found out that there is 19% mismatch between them. That means we have no relationship with primitive man. So, the theory of evolution does not fit to modern man. We are not the offspring of primitive man. If you think that this finding is not shocking enough, Another finding might come as a great shock. Scientists have found that more men in the whole world come from the same couple. This is proved in DNA finding. However, it had been mentioned already in Bible, Genesis chapter 2, verses 7 to 18, thousands of years ago. Does the universe happen by chance, or is it a creation of God? Scientists have proved that the universe starts from Big Bang. What is the justification? Scientists have studied the chemical element ratio of the universe and found out that it matches with the theory of Big Bang. Scientists have calculated the change of temperature in cosmic microwave background that supports the theory of Big Bang. Movements of planets in the universe are in form of explosion. This matches the theory of Big Bang. Our great physicist Albert Einstein came up with the theory of relativity that helps scientists to find out the universe is expanding in every direction. The finding supports the theory of Big Bang. Ages of planets are different according to the different time of forming during different stages of the explosion. Scientists have calculated that the duration of the explosion is about 3 to 20 minutes. Planets formed in the earlier stages of the explosion would become elder than those formed later. This matches the theory of Big Bang. What is Big Bang? To have better understanding of Big Bang, we must learn about singular point. Singular point is a very small point that contains all the mass of the universe. How small it is? It is 1/10 to the power of 33 cm small, much smaller than virus. Big Bang happened at the singular point. Before this event, space and time did not exist. There were no humans, no physics, or mathematics, of course. After Big Bang, the universe started as well as space and time. It has been 13.7 billion years long. That is the age of the universe. Would you think about this? What is that capable of compressing the universe into such a small point? Natural selection? Happened by chance? That must be beyond natural, since it happened before the universe emerged. Although Big Bang is beyond natural and supreme powerful, it had rules to follow. What? Explosion had rules to follow? Yes, Big Bang had been under strictly control in order to make the universe work. Scientists explained that if Big Bang hadn't had followed those rules, the universe would collapse, and life wouldn't happen. Author 1 had listed out some examples of those rules. Speed. Big Bang had restricted speed to follow. Variation of speed would alter gravity of the universe and cause the universe to collapse. Mass. Mass of the singular point need to be accurate. The mass determines life cycle of planets. A little bit more of the mass would speed up burning of planets. That shorten the life cycle of them. Then, important heavy elements would not be generated in the universe. The ratio of force between electrons, protons, and electromagnetic force in the universe cannot be increased or decreased. If the ratio had increased, no water would form. If the ratio had dropped, no carbon would form as well as humans. The ratio of force between gravity and electromagnetic force in the universe cannot be increased or decreased. A little bit higher of the ratio of gravity would speed up burning of planets. As a result, sun would burn up too fast that no life would form. To conclude, The Big Bang had rules to follow. Here the questions: who made those rules? Who is the great engineer that executed the explosion? Who created the universe? The rules that formed the universe had been prepared before the formation of the universe. The rules tell us that the universe is under planning, that it is impossible for the universe to happen by chance. The designer behind is beyond natural and out of humans' imagination. To summarize, Author 1 had laid out many examples from different areas as to lead us to consider whether they are happened by chance or being created. It is found that cells couldn't happen by chance, since the protein molecule that builds up cell couldn't happen by chance. And we found that there were design of plants, design of insects, and design of animals. Moreover, those designs seem to be inborn for their survival. We also know that it is not possible for humans to happen by chance, because even an eyeball could not happen by chance. Finally, the formation of the universe had formulas to follow. If all matters are products of design, there must be a designer. Author 1 said it is his job to provide scientific evidence to readers for their better consideration of whether God exists or not. He revealed his own choice. He said that, considering so much scientific evidence that tells us there is a designer behind this world, it is difficult for him to ignore all those evidence and force himself to deny the existence of the Creator. He chose to believe that the Creator does exist, that is, the God.